What's up, guys? Paid traffic tip number 7. It's been one full week of tips, and I started this one off by recording this tip just now, and my mic got screwed up, so I recorded from my computer. It sounded terrible, so I recorded the whole thing, and it was a waste. So we're going to go through this one a little quicker, a little better. Second time's a charm. Now, what's so critical when you're launching an ad account is the infrastructure, the foundation, the bones. How you set things up from the beginning is so critical, especially if you plan to have different paths. And what I mean by that is for our, Unicorn Academy and our training business, we have one kind of uniform goal of selling courses and trainings, but we have different paths to get there, right? We have different types of lead generation. We have webinars, we have contests, we have ebooks, we have all these different things. In your ad account, a lot of people are just relying on Facebook standard events to track everything and optimize for everything, which means that they're relying on, purchase and lead and these big buckets. The problem is that as you start to diversify your lead generation strategies, it hurts the overall learning because there's so much stuff happening all over the place, right? If you're using lead as the objective for a webinar, for a contest, for an ebook, for a digital application, the people that are going through each one of those are different. There are different levels of warmth. Some are ice cold, some are red hot. The reasoning behind it's different. And so you're not building anything. You're not teaching the ad account anything, the ad set anything. So what I always recommend is using custom events and custom conversions, right? So you see here at the ad set level, we're not just using a lead, we're using a boom or bust ManyChat lead because this is a specific campaign driving ManyChat leads for our boom or bust quiz or boom or bust poll, right? So I want this ad set to learn just based on these leads, not any other type of lead gen we're doing this account, because we're doing cannabis lead gen, we're doing technology investment lead gen, real estate investment lead gen, all these different investment programs that have different types of leads. So here's how you do it. You see down here, we have all of these different custom events. I'm going to assume that you have the basic Facebook pixel installed in your header on your website. What you want to do is when you're given the standard event to install, which usually looks like this, I want you to change right here where it usually says lead or purchase and type whatever you want to type there. So this is viewed PT tip number 1. If you wanted to say, post-purchase webinar lead, whatever it might be, you type it in there inside the quotes, you save it. And now when somebody fires that thank you page, it's going to send that event back to Facebook. Now, step number 2, I'm going to go to create custom conversion. When I click all URL traffic, I see my standard events, but then I see all the custom events. So that keyword I put in there, once it fires once, it'll show up in here. So now I can pick that specific custom event. Let's say it's Raging Bull ebook download. Boom. I give it a title. I then still put it under a bigger bucket. So this is still a lead. So it still falls under and builds on a overarching category, right? But it's a specific type of lead. I'm going to give it a value if it's a purchase, or if it has a dollar value associated with it, I'll give a value there. Click create. And now I'm creating my new campaign with the new ad sets, and I'm choosing the conversion event to optimize for. Instead of just putting purchase or just putting lead, which is going to start to dilute the data and hurt future learning if I'm doing too many different paths, I can now say, hey, this is specifically to an ebook download page for this. This is specifically to a webinar for this. This is specifically for this product, right? That way I can maximize the learning that's happening without hurting other campaigns running. Because remember, a lot of the learning happens at the ad set level, right? Not the pixel. There's no seasoning the pixel, right? If you come into Facebook and go to ad sets, they show you, hey, learning phase progress. It's telling you learning happens here. That's why it shows you this meter. That's why it tells you initial learning completed. And it says, hey, this ad set got enough leads for our system to learn how to deliver the ads with more stability. So you want to make sure you're giving your ad set the right data, the appropriate data, enough data. It's so critical to truly optimize and scale. So there you have it. Paid traffic tip number 7, custom events and custom conversions to maximize the profitability, the ROI as you scale your ad accounts, especially if you're doing a lot of lead gen. This is absolutely critical to make sure you're not diluting that data and getting the best results possible. Check back tomorrow for tip number 8.